afternoon. Today we're going to learn how to set some transducers. We have a suction transducer and we have a discharge transducer. The first thing you want to do is make sure your gauges are calibrated to 0, which means R. Now we're going to work on rack 4. So if you have a controller that has multiple racks, make sure you're working on the correct rack with the correct association. So over here we're going to log in first. And we're going to go to suction. What rack are we on? Rack 4. Highlight rack 4. We're running 47 pounds. Now you notice we have a 38-pound set point. I have a couple of compressors off just for demonstration purposes only. Once we know what our suction pressure the controller's saying, we need to go find our discharge suction transducer, which is over here on the suction header. I like to put mine on my gauges, that way I don't lose it. Now we look at our gauge reading and see what we have. Gauges are closed, hoses are tight, bleed the air off a little bit, and read it. This is showing 50 pounds. Now we know we're running 50 pounds, we need to calibrate it, see what the compressor's telling. 47.19, so we're off by 3 pounds. This is showing 3 pounds lower than our actual. So you want to go to Menu, System Configuration, which is number 7, then number 1, Input Definitions. Here's all your board and points, here's your associations. Find the application, which is Suction Group. You'll see right here, rack 4, plus 20 SST suction pressure. Highlight it, and then down here on your tabs, you have one that says F3 offset. F3. We have a -4 offset. Since we know we got about 3 or 4 pounds, we're going to start with a 0 first. So 0 it out, upscale, back staircase. 51.9 pounds, about 52 pounds. So let's go check our gauges one more time. Our gauges are reading about 51 pounds, so we know we have a 1 pound offset now. Offset, -1, because we had to back up one, this was reading high. Now we're showing 50.8 pounds. Look at our gauge, we're right on the money. Now once you've got that, remove your gauge. Put your cap on. Find your bottle of soap, so make sure it's not leaking. No leaks, we can go on to the next one. Now we have a discharge transducer to calibrate. So we want to go back to home, condenser, rack 4, enter. We're showing 205 pounds. So let's go find our discharge transducer, which is located just underneath the split valve. Right above the BDR, here's our discharge transducer. Take a pair of pliers. Rocky had that one on tight. Check your pressure. This one's showing about 215 pounds. So we go to our rack. We have 210 pounds. We're going to let that settle for a second because the condenser fan on. Check our gauge one more time. Let's make sure we didn't drop. Which we did. We have about 205 pounds. 208. We're ready, pretty much dead on the money. But if we weren't, we would do the same steps. Menu, 7, input definitions, find rack 4 condenser. Rack 4 condenser, 218 pounds. If we want to offset, we have a 0 offset. Reverse your process. Remove your gauges. Put your cap back on. Then leak check what you did. It's always good, anytime you put gauges on a rack or you break something open, leak check. You don't want to leave a leak. No leaks. That's how you calibrate transducers. Have a good day.